Okay, let's hope we have no technical difficulties tonight. Hello, everybody. Welcome to DeWitt on this Sunday night. My name is Tim. You may notice that things behind me look a little different, a lot different. That's why I'm hoping there's no glitches tonight, because I have been spending right up literally till the last second before I hit that go live button configuring my audio on this. I have to use this mic tonight because the mic here that I normally use, it's working, but I'm getting a lot of feedback if I tap my desk because I don't have a cushioning doomer thingy on it. So I need to fix this. So I'm using this mic tonight. This one is available. If this battery dies, this is charged. It should be okay for my stream. Hopefully 3 hours. I've never done it on this one before. If I have to switch to this mic, I will, but I just have to be careful with my tapping. Even the little taps like this will come through loud and clear. So anyways, welcome to the show tonight, and thank you for the comments so far. Let me see who's on. We have the early birds that get the worms always, like Brendan Wilson and Joe Velasco. Hello, you guys. Matt, I see, is on. He has minions. Awesome to know. And James Gator came on, and Tron. Hey, Tron, it has been a while, hasn't it? So good to see you. And everybody else that's on there. So we have 11 viewers. Hit that like button if you guys want to down here. Like and subscribe, and follow me on Twitch if you so desire to. We have one Twitch viewer. Don't know who the Twitch viewer is, but we got one person on Twitch, and we got a few people on YouTube. And there's Karen Zadie looking good. Hello, Karen. That's my mother-in-law. Hello, welcome, Karen. So here's a quick look at the new studio. You guys probably remember the old one. It was a little bit cramped. The apprentice is there too. Hello, apprentice. So if I go to this camera, my goal is to give you guys a better overall experience. So this is what I've expanded into. And you notice that what is going to be present on all my streams is Mr. Rat Rig right there, 500 by 500 by 500. I still have a little bit of cleaning up to do over on that corner over there with the filament rack and the shelf. And then also going to be visible in all my streams now is this little beast here, which is the FlashForge Creator 3. That's the IDEX printer. This guy has been printing all the parts for my Voron so far. And yeah, so you see that, so we have expanded a fair bit so that we have more bench space. A lot of the printers you're seeing over there, including the belt printer, the printers on the floor over here have been sold. I needed to make more space. And then if we move over here, we have our, oops, get out of there, wire. We have our two Prussias, which are over here. And then we're going to have, so here's a sort of behind the scenes look of me. There's my mixer. There's the two screens. I had three screens. I've got two right now. I got a light up above. My computer is up top. Okay. And then we have another little filament rack there. That's the high temperature filaments that will be printed on this machine and any enclosed machine I have. So those are, other than a few, those are pretty much all high temperature filaments. And then over here, whoops, let me go over my head. We got some more shelving space over here. We got my little man cave entertainment center still right here. And then we have, of course, we have more bench space because we got this main bench. And then we have these benches behind us. So I have 3 benches on the go here, as well as a table for the FlashForge Creator 3 there. And then over there is the rest of the house behind the wall. So we put a wall up in behind there to separate the laundry room and the furnace room and everything back there. So we've done quite a bit of expanding as far as the studio space goes. So hopefully a better experience. I'm hoping for a better visual experience, a better audio experience, and overall better streaming and building experience for you guys. So that way I'm not so confined tight-wise. And it's a little messy right now because I still have a fair bit of cleaning up. I have to do some figuring out for those lights. So oops, that's the wrong camera. I have to figure out that light, and I've got a light up there hanging. I've got to figure out my lighting. It gets quite dingy in here without my lights on. I do want a light to light up the back of the studio there. And I will have different cameras going around depending on what I'm doing at any given time in the studio if I'm doing a build or whatever. So yeah, so that's kind of what I've been working my butt off this last week or so. since last stream. You guys saw in the last stream that it was a very tight space and things were all, I had started tearing things apart, and the whole week has just been a scramble of moving stuff here, doing something here. Things have been moved around over and over and over and over again. So anyways, so who else do we have on here? I saw a couple of new people. Randy de Serrano dropped in. Sorry if I butcher your name. I do my best. We have 15 on the go here, so let's get going. What we left off last time, I'm just going to fix this one camera here because this is part of my 4-camera setup for the build here. So let me go ahead and just reposition this camera. I just took it off because I wanted to show you guys the studio with that camera. So we're going to refocus that camera right about, here. We may not even need this one for the next stages that we're doing right now. So, but thank you so much, Karen. Looking tidy. I'm trying. Hey, Incendium87, how are you? Yeah, I've got to tidy it up a bit more, and I don't like the clutter. Oh, and also you see in the background right over there, there's the two Voron 01s. The red and white one I've still got to finish the print head on it. I'm not in a rush to do that though, but those are eventually going to be on the tables down behind me once I get rid of those printers that I've sold. And then we're going to just have a handful of good printers, period. And that's pretty much going to be it until I get, I do have one printer coming to me for review, but that's going to be, I'll mention that later on. So where we left off last time on this build, if you guys remember, I had a couple printed pieces that were, let's go, where's display 2? Sorry, I rearranged all my keys on my Stream Deck as well. So I had printed the wrong part for these pieces right here. Remember, it was too narrow and the idler gears wouldn't fit in there. So I had to reprint those. We had reprinted the one, and we reprinted the one and put it on the stream last week. And so since then, I'm going to go to this camera here. Since then, I did reprint them all, and you saw me put the one on, and the other 3 were just a repeat of putting those ones on. So those ones are all put on now. So those are the Z idlers up the top. Then we have the Z motors and the Z pieces on the bottom. They're all on. So we're going to continue on from here, okay? And the next step from here is putting the bed on. So if I go to my split camera, woohoo! So we have overhead. I'm going to pull this guy over a little bit so you can kind of see the overhead of that one in the top left screen there, so you can see the instructions where we're going. So if I flip down next, that's the end of that section. Now we're going to be putting the print bed on. Dum, da, da, dum. So the first thing to do is prepare the print bed. Now, let me separate my screw parts. There we go. From my printed parts here. I'll just put the printed parts aside here. Feel free to stop me, ask me any questions. I'm going to talk more than the music. I wasn't happy with last week necessarily. It was too loud for some. It was too soft for others, and it was just it was more distracting than anything. So we're just going to go ahead without music for now. Okay, I'm going to come back here. We're going to grab the print bed. Okay, there we are. If you guys want a different view or anything, just let me know. I'm open to anything. As I say, the new setup is going to allow me a little bit more flexibility. So we're going to open her on up here and pull out the print bed. Now, you'll notice on the instructions, if I scroll ahead on the top right screen there, it talks about the back and the front of the bed. And then we talk about magnet application, which we're going to do. Then we talk about wiring. All the wiring is pre-made on the print bed for the Voron, for the LDO kit. Okay, let's see. You've heard people say leave the bed till later because it's heavy and makes the printer harder to move around for the rest of the build. True. That's a good point, and I could do that because I've got this on a swivel, so it's not hard that way. But turning it over for the electronics, possibly, that may be a good little tip there in Incendium. So let's just see. But I'll show you first though that the nice thing about the LDO, if you see here, they've got the heater pad on, okay, put on extremely nicely, and they've got it all pre-wired and ready to go. So basically all that has to be done is the print bed's got to be screwed on. Got to put the magnetic sheeting on. Let me get that back in there proper. Got to put the magnet on, and then we have the 300 by 300 bed. So I may... Oh, no, 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 no. I'm not all prepped for the bed. The bed's the easy part. It's I believe 4 screws, a magnet, and a plate, and that's it. But that's a great point, though, because we're going to have to turn it over for electronics eventually. But then again, you need the bed on for the electronics. So, you know what? Let's just put the bed on. It's not a big deal. Again, I've got this on a swivel, so turning it around for the build this way is fine. And if I have to lean it forward or back for the electronics, it's not going to be a huge deal. So let's just go ahead and do this. Why not? Let's take this out. There we go. And oh, we have a guest. Hang on one second. We have our traditional guest. He got a brand new haircut today. Now he's going to come in the brand new studio. First time in the new studio. He's going to come here. He's going to step on this. Hang on. He's going to step on the stool. He's going to look right into the camera over there and say the magic words.
Hit that like button and subscribe.
Bye.
Dad, can you give me $20? Mommy told me.
Can I give you $20?
That's what Mommy told me.
Oh, Mommy sent you down here to ask for money more than... Oh, shoot, $20.
Yep.
Okay, here, $20. Go away, kid. Bye. You bother me. No. There we go. Okay, back to our regular programming. So that's funny. Dad, can you give me $20? Mommy told you to. I can't say no to that. Okay, so here's our bed. Now it's a nice thick bed. It is, I believe, 8 millimeters. Let's see. Oh, even thicker than that. That's a 10 millimeter thick bed. That is solid. Hey, David Gatton, how are you? He is sweet, Karen. 10 millimeter bed. That's a solid, heavy bed. If I had, so we know that's the back because that's where the wires are coming out. Okay. If I had to guess, I'm going to put that at about 8 pounds or something like that. If I had to guess. Good thing I don't have to guess. Okay, so the back of the bed is the one with the 2 little holes. No, hang on a minute. Front of the bed, back of the bed. The one that's pictured on the picture is a little bit different. Yeah, anyways, that's all right. So we're going to peel off this protective coating on the bed. Oh, what a beautiful looking surface that is, too. Cameras don't do it any justice, guys. Oh, that's beautiful. So now, oh, that's so nice. Get a bit of that glue off. There we go. I'm going to, the next step on the instructions talks about putting the magnet on, but I'm not going to put the magnet on yet. We've already got the bottom on, okay? And we've already got all the electronics hooked up to the bed. So we can skip these pages, we can skip that. Now we're going to insert some T-nuts and T-nuts and thumb nuts. Let's see. Oops. M4 nut for an M3 bolt. We use the thumb nuts as spacers. Oh, I see. Okay. You can replace them with different heat-resistant spacers of the same length. Okay, I'll have to look and see what we're doing there. So, okay, so we're going to move this aside. I'm not putting the magnet sheet on yet because the magnet will, where's the bed? What will happen is the magnet will cover where I have to put the nuts in, or the bolts. And I don't want to have to cut the magnet. I'll put the bolts in first, then we'll put the magnet on after that's done. Then we'll put the magnet on after that's done and go from there. This camera over here is kind of blocked by the frame, but at least it gives an idea of what I'm doing. So we're going to put these parts aside for now. Okay. And we're going to grab our M3 T-nuts. So I have my whole parts tray here. Hey, Rex Waldy, how are you? And Dominic Versetto, good morning. Morning for you, evening for afternoon for us. Let's get our hardware out here. And those are the M5 T-nuts, which it wants M3 T-nuts, okay, which is these guys right here. M3 T-nuts, hammerhead. Don't think there's a difference. I've got a couple different M3 T-nuts. Oh, we want these ones. We don't want the hammerhead ones necessarily. I wonder if they give me hammerheads and the other spring-loaded ones, and I can use either or. I don't know, because I've got a bag full of T-nuts and I've got a bag full of hammerhead T-nuts. All, whoops, almost all the same. Or same size, but almost the same quantity. 114 pieces and 112 pieces. So let's pull this over here a bit. Okay. Now, according to the instructions, we want the T-nuts to be 25 millimeters to the center of the nut from the edge of that frame, from the edge of the bottom frame. So let's insert these T-nuts. Oh, these ones went in nice. And I'm going to assume, and I should never assume anything, but I'm going to assume 25 millimeters from the front and 25 millimeters from the back. But let's see. Oh, sure. Those ones went in easy, but the other ones aren't. Let's grab my little assistant here. There we go. Okay. 71 years old and nap a lot, so always morning for you. Oh, okay, I get what you're saying, Dominic. I love napping. Gotta say, I love napping. Okay, let's grab our calipers. Get my good ones for this. And we need 12 millimeters. Sorry, 25 millimeters. What am I talking about? 12. 25. Lock it on. 25. Right there. Such big writing. You can even see it on that camera. You can see it on the overhead camera. And you can see it on that camera. There we go. So we're going to approximate. Not approximate. We're going to exact 25 millimeters. Seems close, but we're going to eyeball this because there's no real easy way to do this. Right about there. Right about there. Okay, and we'll come on the other side. Love the rotating table. Haha. 25 millimeters. I'm going to assume this side is the same, but might not be. Oh, that one popped out. There we are. And right about there. And right about there. Okay. Okay, so we have those ones. Oh, dropped my first piece in the new studio. Ha! Gravity still followed me around. Darn it. I love the room I have here. Oh, I just love the room I have here. This is great. I'm going to move this microphone up and way out of the way for now since I'm not going to use it tonight. There, we just get that out of the way. Whoops, a nice microphone too. It's my new Rode. Works really well, except it almost works too well because it picks up so much of the vibrations. Okay. Now they talk about M4 thumb nuts. Okay, I'm going to see if I can find. I don't recall seeing an M4 thumb nut, but the whole thing is it's here. It's a matter of me finding it. And it could very well be that it's in a different package too. Okay. One of the boxes. And there we have the first drop of the stream in the new studio. Yes, we do. I should have created a pool. and have you guys guess how long into my stream it would take me to drop something in the new studio. But the beauty of it is, hey, if I drop something behind the bench right over here, I can get behind there. I can walk behind there now. So, yeah. Okay. I am not seeing any M4 thumb nuts. Whoa. But I am dropping lots of bolts. Okay. T-nuts, hammerhead, self-tapping screws. I don't see any M4 thumb nuts. So let me look. So we use a thumb nut as spacers. You can replace them with different heat resistant spacers of the same length. I don't quite. Okay, so they're using thumb nuts as spacers, but I don't see anything called an M4 thumb nut unless, let me see, did I miss anything in the box? I don't believe so. No. Nothing in the box. Okay. So let me just go through these again to make sure. Anything with M4, M3, M4 knurled nuts. Oh, I wonder if it's the knurled nuts they're talking about. That's probably what they're talking about. So the image shows, and then we have, I have a close-up camera too now. So I'm going to make the assumption that these knurled nuts, which I don't need because we don't level this bed, I'm going to make the assumption that these are the M4 thumb nuts that they're talking about. There we go. So we're gonna use these, and those are going to be going on here as spacers. And Brendan confirms, yep. There we go. Just different names. They call them knurled. They call them thumb nuts. I call them, the bag says knurled nuts. But my brain just clicked in and said, hey, we don't need these to level the bed because the bed does not get leveled. The bed stays stationary. There we go. Okay, we have those. And then we have M316s, socket head cap screws. M316 socket head cap screws. Where are you? M36. M316 socket head cap screws. Here we go. Okay. We're going to need 4 of these guys. That's 5, if I could learn to count. Today is also the last day. I don't know if anybody out here has heard of the Calgary Stampede. It is an event that goes on in Calgary every summer for 10 days. Chris Perillo. Hello, Chris. Welcome. Everybody's building Vorons. We are. And Chris, this is my new studio. Brand new studio. Tons of space here. Let me just show. I used to be cramped, but look, I got all this. Oops, wrong way. I got all this space now. Woo! So anyways. Yeah, it's the last day today, day 10 of the Calgary Stampede. It's wrapping up today. So, okay, we're going to put those 4 things down, but I've got to take caution that we have to run the wires through the hole in the bottom of the board. We should be 38 millimeters from the end on that. That is the front, 38 millimeters, and that's it. Okay, wow. So we've just got a few steps to go here. So, okay, so now, let me see. You guys can see exactly what I'm doing there and on the overhead. Perfect. So this is the back. So I'm going to, so it's interesting because these screws are going to, oh, I see. Okay, that's why M4 with M3 screws, they're just spacers, so the screws are just going to slide right through. I was going to say, do I have to thread into these, but I don't. Okay, perfect. So we want to line these up as close as we can. This I think is a little bit of a tricky part, but I think we can get this to work. So let's get the bed over here. And let's run the wires through the hole. Let's untangle these wires. Let's feed the wires down through the hole. Whoops. Okay, let's not bang the bed too much, okay? Let's run the wires down through the holes. There we go. And come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Okay. So obviously, we're going to do the front first because the 25 millimeters did not apply to the back. I assume only the front then because the back is way off. So let's get the front going. Let's get the front on, then we'll worry about the back because we can always... No, I guess we got to kind of get those back ones, T-nuts pulled up to close to where they got to be. So there, and we're going to push the T-nuts up to the approximate spot there, and the approximate spot there. Nice thing about the T-nuts is we can always shuffle them around. And we'll get these spacers put in here. Okay. Okay, let's work on the front. Seller Nerd, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome to my stream. And thank you so much for the bits, Madcat USA. Wow, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Okay, in tricky parts coming up. Okay. Take the bed off. I have a feeling there is no way. Okay, so let me read the instructions again to be sure. There's no way that these M316s are going to fit. I have to go longer. Yeah, okay. So what's happening, if I bring this guy full screen, it's telling me to use M316s that are going to go through the bed, through the nut things, the spacers, and into the T-nuts that are in the rails. The M316s do not fit. They leave about a millimeter of thread. So, doing another Voron. Yes, Voron 2.4 R2, 300 by 300. These M316s, we're going to put back. Where did I put the bag? Right here. So it clearly states right there, M316 socket head cap screws. It does not work. So we're going to see something longer. We're going to at least 18s or 20s. They just don't fit. And I'm using the right piece. They go up this way, and it just doesn't fit. And they even have, unlike it shows in the picture, they even have a cutout in the bed so that screw countersinks into the bed, but it's just not long enough to go through the bed, the spacer, and then into the T-nuts in the extrusions. So I need to find some M3 longer, something longer. And if not, I have some. So they were 16s. M312s, no, M325s are going to be too long. M330s are going to be way too long, and I have no other M3s. So I am going to go look over in I have some M3s, I believe. And the cool thing is my microphone should work all the way over on this far side of my studio. Let's see what I've got here. Those are M4s. These are nothings. Those are M5s. No, I need cap heads. So let's see what I've got here. Those are not M3s, those are M4s. Those are M2s. Wow, okay. Where else do I have some screws? Let's see, right here. I don't know if any of these are cap head, though. No, they're not. Or socket head. Okay, I'm going to look in one more place. I don't have any in here. One more place, and that is... Okay, that was just me dropping all my screws. Fortunately, the cases did not break open. One more place I'm going to look. It's amazing I can find everything right now. I'm going to look in my Voron 01 spare parts thing here because they're all built. I've got lots of spare parts. There's some loose ones in your head. So the 01 was all M3s for the most part. So I have a lot of M3 in here, but hopefully I have some right length, the ones that could be the right length. So let me see what I've got here. Eights, M3 eights, M3 25s. Nope. 30s. No. Oh, come on. There's got to be something. 25s will be too long. Well, this is just ridiculous. I don't want another. And again, I can just skip beyond the bed and I can order some of these, but yeah, no, nothing's going to work. Okay, well, no sense beating a dead horse here. Let's put these back. Little mistake somewhere along the lines. Now it's probably just to do with the LDO kit versus the actual standard Voron. I'm going to double check myself to make sure I am not mistaken. But if I grab these M316s again, number one, let's make sure they are actually 16 millimeters and that it's not just yeah, that is a 16 millimeter. So the screws are fine. I'm going to double check again, put it through the bed. Okay, spacer on. And there is no way on earth that's going to fit. No, because you'll see, let's just pull this all right out now, because you'll see, let's go to this close-up cam, and then you'll see my issue right here. Okay, so I've got the, whoops, boop, down here. So I've got the M316 in, okay, and then we put the spacer that we're using is this through, and that is how much thread is left coming out of it. There's no way that's going to reach into that channel and bite that T-nut. Hey, Zenbender. How's your print build going? It's going good, Matt. So yeah, I cannot complete this step at this point because these are M316s. I need at least M320s or M318s. Okay, these are not going to fit. There's no way. And that's exactly what the instructions have called for. So we're going to put the bed aside. So obviously the LDO version of the bed is a little bit different than the actual standard Voron version of the bed. So we'll put these guys aside for now until I can get some longer screws. Because yeah, these definitely are not going to work. Yeah. Can you grind the spacer down a little? No, I won't even, no. Not worth the effort because then I have to grind all 4 spacers down exactly even to get the bed as level as possible. No. I could use something different for spacers, but that's not the point. The point is that they've given me these spacers to use as spacers, and they're not going to work. So we will not go down the road of grinding things right now, since I don't necessarily have to use the bed. Your M320s are very common use screws, so you're sure you have plenty of spares with the Eldo kit. M320s. I don't. Let's see. M3 with this particular kit. I don't see. Oh, there's an M320 right there. Oh, I do have an M320. Will that be too long? Let's try that. Okay, and there's 30 M320s here. Hopefully I don't need them for something else. Let's see if that'll work. M320. Let's see how that would work. M320 and the spacer. I just hope it's not going to be too long. That might work. If anything, it might. I just don't want it to be too long. Of course, I'll know if it's too long because I won't be able to tighten it. Okay, well, let's try it. Let's try it. Let's spin the bed again. And then if I'm short M320s for something else, well, I can always get some M320s. Here we go. Okay. Hey, 3D Experiments, hello. LDO does include a ton of spares. I got it. You're right, Zenbender. My 0.1 kits, I have a lot of parts left over from the 0.1. Like, it's incredible how many parts I have left over. That's what I love about it. There's nothing worse than getting a build where you have 0 spares. 0. Well, I guess there are worse things, but you know what I mean. So, like the IKEA furniture. When you buy IKEA furniture, you get no spare parts. Okay, let's see. Okay, and okay, we're gripping. Let's see if that'll actually tighten. That actually will work. Good. Okay, good call there, Zenbender. The 20 millimeters do work. Yeah, no, it works pretty good. Not having the pieces at all. Yeah, exactly. Not having the pieces at all is even worse. Okay, that one bit. Now let's get the back two. And we're not going to tighten them yet because we got to space the bed from the front of the printer. And actually, let's grab my thin guy here and line up all the holes. There we go, and the T-nut. Okay, that's all lined up. Line these ones up, and that's all lined up. Okay, this is almost too easy. I swear I'm forgetting a step, but I don't think I am. Let's see. Doesn't ask me to use Loctite or anything. Don't tighten. Only tighten one bolt fully. Leave the remaining bolt slightly loose. This will allow for thermal expansion without putting additional stress on the plate. Ah, okay. There we go. That one's in. And that one's in. This will be my first non-bed slinger. This will be the first, the party is over here. Oh, cool. I tend to get more YouTube viewers than I do Twitch. Right now we have 23 folks watching, and I have 5 on Twitch and 18 on YouTube. But I decided to continue on Twitch anyways, just because. What the heck? I got a surprise from Twitch last week, and so I thought I may as well start streaming on Twitch more. A surprise I did not expect. Okay, so they want the bed to be, okay, so we've done that. I'm not tightening anything yet because depending on the combination of bed and spacer thickness, you may need to use longer bolts. Oh, okay, well, there we go. I guess I should have read that. Okay. They want the bed to be 38 millimeters from the front of the frame. So let's get our 38 millimeter measurement here. More viewers on YouTube. For me, yeah, there are. And the reason I do YouTube is because I want to record these sessions so I have them and I can always download them from YouTube. So, and Twitch doesn't keep a lot of recordings for me. And StreamYard only allows me to keep so many recordings. Okay, 38 millimeters. Okay, so we're going to go, let's see how I can do this from the front. 38. I don't know if this needs to be exact, but we're going to get as close. And actually, because I got those nuts, T-nuts in the right spot, I think I'm good right here. That looks almost dead on, 38 millimeters. We're going to call that good. Because when you're good, you're good. Because I was very careful in spacing those T-nuts as they suggested. So we'll tighten down one fully. So they say tighten one fully. Okay. Now, and to leave the remaining bolts slightly loose. Now, I don't know what they mean by slightly loose. We don't want the bed moving, but so we'll just go like this, and we'll just do sort of a two-finger, not even, we won't even crank down the two fingers. We'll do it till it bites, kind of like that, and kind of like that. There we go. Okay. You know, everybody's definition is slightly loose, and that one is tight. Okay. Okay, so we have the bed on. Now we can put the magnet on. So I don't have to struggle with the magnet through those holes. So we're going to go grab some, I put it over here somewhere. Where did I put it? Right here, isopropyl alcohol. 99% isopropyl. And we will grab a rag. Fourth is slightly loose as not to over constrain the bed as 3 points set a plane. Okay, and it says to leave one tight and leave the rest slightly loose. So let's give it a little alcohol rub. A little bit of a, is that glue or what's that? A little bit of a mark on the plate. I think that's just glue. That's okay. As long as there's no finger grease on there to hinder the adhesion of the magnets. And again, later on, of course, if I have to take these screws out or loosen them for any reason, if I have to cut slots in the magnet, it's not a big deal. The rest of the magnet's plenty to hold the bed down. Okay. Here is a Z magnet with the 3M 300 LSE adhesive. Extremely good adhesive. Used in sign making and all sorts of applications. Okay, 300 by 300, so it shouldn't matter which way I put it, and it doesn't. But I like to run the length of the 3M logos as my grain, so that's just my preference. So, and laying this down is quite easy. Yes, and this will only have one tight. Two more will be tightened once you heat the bed to temp. Oh, I get it. Okay. So I'll probably have to cut slots in the magnet anyways. That's okay. I don't mind that. So for this, I basically, this is the way I do it. And this is from the sign industry, is I fold back about an inch. Okay. Being in the business I'm in, I've done this a lot. I fold back about an inch, make sure we are even all around on the bed. Okay, then we push that front inch down. Okay. And I would normally, I have them at work and I don't have them a felt squeegee. I would use a felt squeegee on this so I don't scratch the magnet, but I don't have my felt squeegees. So we'll peel this up, and for this, I'm just going to use my hands. And I never let it all down at once, like that, like I accidentally did there. But this is okay because it's a thick magnet. But I generally don't let it all fall down at once because it'll cause air bubbles. But we lucked out here and there's no bubbles in there at all. We are good to go. Just like that. cut slots where screws is correct. Okay. Yeah, because we're going to need to tighten them, so I got to cut slots anyways. Good point. Okay, so let's grab our knife here. That blade is dull, 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 dull. I don't like that one. So I have one in my pocket that's going to have sharper blades for sure. And we'll just give it a fresh blade. And let's cut some slots where the... And it's nice because it's easy to cut because right there. Two. Okay. Now, oops, not quite long enough. So, yeah, as I was saying, it's the last day of the Calgary Stampede. We went down last Monday. It's the first full stampede that they've put on since the pandemic, so it's pretty cool. I don't know if they broke records this year or not, but it was pretty fun. It was a good time. And if you've never been to the Calgary Stampede, if you've never been to our fine city, it's worth coming to at least once in your life. Okay. There we go. Using a flooring J roller to apply it. Okay. Hey, Eamon, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. You missed the beginning of the stream, Eamon, where I showed off the new studio design. I'm 90% of the way there tidying things up, but we rearranged the studio, got a little bit more room. When you see it again, I know you've seen it before, you'll be impressed with how much more room I've got to work with now. So, okay. And for those of you that don't know, Eamon is that is Eamon from Matter 3D Filament out here in British Columbia, Canada. They make an excellent filament. I have been playing around and working with their carbon fiber filaments lately. I haven't had a lot of success yet with the nylons, but the PETG and the PLA, oh my goodness, they are incredible. Okay, just about got this last slot cut out here. I will be doing a complete review of those filaments eventually once I get all my testing done. Part of my testing of the PLA is happening right now as I speak, and it's been happening for the last week or two with a part that I printed that's been in the dashboard of my car in 32 to 33, or for you American folks, that's about a 90 to 94 degree temperatures. If you're Facebook, feel free to join the Filament Frenzy group. Cool. It's interesting what the heat has been doing to the carbon fiber PLA from Matter 3D. It prints at a higher temperature than standard PLA, and I'm impressed with. Well, I won't give away too much, but I'm impressed with the results from that thing sitting on my car dash, and the extreme heat that we've been having. So that's what I've heard, Zenbender. Even though the nylon came out of a sealed packet, I've been told to dry it. I have a industrial dehydrator that I'm going to use to dry it before I print it, and then I'm going to also print it from a dry box. So, okay, we have that. Let's just slap the bed on here. So this comes with a double-sided textured PEI sheet, okay, with Voron logo on both sides. product of LDO Motors. Great. So I'll throw that on. There we go. And bed is done. Woohoo! I can sit down. Yay. It's a Kardashian. Good one. A Kardashian. Okay. So we are finished this step. We've got the wires run through the hole. We are 38 millimeters from the front on both sides. I'm confident that it's very level. I'm sure it's not, if I'm a 1/10 of a millimeter off, it's not going to kill me. And now we are on to the A and B drives and idlers. Okay. AB drives and idlers. Let's find some parts. Let's find some parts, shall we? Let's move this over off to the... Oh, you guys can't see what I'm doing here. I'm just going to move this over off to the side. We've got all our nuts in a row here. And we're going to dig through. We're going to find some parts. And if I am not mistaken, that's one of the parts right there. And that's the other part right there. You'll be here this coming weekend. That's right. Absolutely. You can come and take a look. You got to come here to pick up all your goodies. So they're here. So it's here where you're going to pick them up, not at my office. And then we have B idler and A idler. So those are, I need to find those parts. These ones are easy. They're the bigger parts. So we have a accented gold part for the A and an accented gold part for the B. Although they look the same. No, they're not. They're opposites. Okay. Now I need to find, let's see. That other part is a single piece with some little geary toothy things and some little Voron logos on the ends. Okay. Do you like my technical terms? The little geary toothy things. I know I printed them. There's one of them right there. And there's the other one right there. And these ones I know because they come apart, kind of like geary toothy things do. They come apart. Okay, those pieces are what we need. Okay, now. Dum, da, da, dum. Okay. Oh, we get to do some heat set inserts. Doom, doom. Doom, doom. Okay, heat set inserts. Oh, cool. So guess what? Oh, I do have a plug there. Good. Guess what I made? I'm going to go back here. I was kind of hoping I get to use this today. Look what I made. Boom. A heat set insert press. I got the... here, let me boom. So this is a standard... Where's my close-up? Focus. There we go. This is a standard Dremel drill press. Okay, and then this black piece, which is printed out of Matter 3D carbon fiber PLA. It's strong, super strong. Look at how clean that print is. So that piece adapts, goes onto the Dremel drill press, and if you look down below, we have cheap soldering iron with the tip that came from Voron or from LDO, and we can use this to heat press those things and guaranteed to be straight. And I just dropped something off of my thing because it just popped. I think it was just the rubber cap off the tip of this. So there we go. So this is great. It was it's not an expensive press. I didn't need it. I got it solely for the purpose of this. This was like a $15 soldering iron. It's got an on and off switch and a temperature gauge, and it's been what I've been using to do my heat inserts to date so far. And it's awesome. So now I'm just going to plug it in. Need an extension cord. Okay, where did I put my extension cords? Boom, 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 boom. I know I have one, a spare extension cord somewhere. Bear with me 3 seconds. Where did I put it? Okay, come on. You'd think I would have thought of this before the stream, right? No, that's too easy. I do have it's blue. And it's huh. You know, when you tear things right apart and then you go to put things back together and then you try to find where you put everything. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to take this. Here we go. Here, I'll just put this on my main. I'm going to take this guy and I'm going to plug it in. This is eventually going to go in the back of that bench anyways. And I just haven't had a chance to do it. I never thought of the soldering iron for it. So no big deal. So let's just plug this in here. There we go. We have power to this now. And for now, there we go. So what I'm doing here, you'll be able to see on my mobile camera here. So for now, I'm just putting the heat or the electrical thing right there. What I'm eventually going to do is tack it to the back of that bench with double-sided tape. But we'll plug that in. There we go, and we'll turn the iron on. Here we go. Okay. So let's go to this camera here. Let's go to this camera here and do these. These will be fun. Okay. Need to find my heat insets. They are brass in color right there. 100 pieces come with this kit. Now, I don't want to make the same mistake I did last time. You guys remember, if those of you that watched, when I put the heat sets in the wrong part, and I had to take them all out again. But we're all about mistakes here at Twit 3D. Okay. So there's my first piece. Looking at the instructions. Yeah, you know what I can do? So you guys can just witness what I'm doing. Here. Just because I can. I'm going to add display capture. I'm going to add display 2. Boop, boop, and boop. And we're going to make this a little smaller. And up in the corner. Oh, I can smell my soldering iron. There we go. That way you guys can see what I'm doing. And then if you see I'm doing it wrong, you go, stop, you idiot. Okay, so we're going to put heat insets in here and one in here according to the diagram. These I got to be careful because I don't want to push them right through because there's nothing on the other side to really stop them. So those two there. Can you set a stop and press? Yes, I can. Actually, I can. Let's see. So I've actually got to lower this whole thing a little bit anyways. So let's loosen this. Let's lower this whole thing. There we go. Now, yes, I can set a stop for sure. So let's go and say that's my depth I want right there. Then we lower this little doomer thingy. Then we tighten that little doomer thingy. And then there we go. That is the set depth. So let's see how this works. Here we go. Oh, my hand's kind of covering it. I'll try not to cover it. So we have a nice solid base. And that went actually perfect. A little too deep. So we're gonna come down just a little bit more here so we stop sooner. So let's do this one. Much better. Look at that. That's perfect. I like that. That's so much quicker, so you don't have to worry about lining it up straight with your hand. Really, really cool. This part is on this part is on oh gosh, the new Prusa one. I forget. I'm having a brain fart. It's on the Prusa site. New Prusa site. Used to be prusaprinters.org. It's now called blah, blah, blah. So okay, and we got to put one in this. What's it called? Anyway, it's going to bother me. So we want one on the top of this. and on the top of this one. So on the top of these. Printables.com. Printables. Just thought of it. Thank you. And you guys get just as you guys typed it, I thought of it. Printables. So this piece for the Dremel drill press, the adapter for the iron, is on printables.com. Okay, so let's try this. And again, I'm just going to eyeball the depth because for these, if I'm doing multiple ones, yeah, but these ones, they're different thicknesses of pieces. So, but I can pretty much, boom, eyeball that and be good with it. Oh, that's really, really cool. I like how fast and quick this is. There we go. Like that. Oh, this is worth it, guys. This is beautiful. Do it. It's a beautiful setup for heat set inserts. So if you're doing a Voron build, get yourself a cheap iron and get yourself a Dremel. Let's just I'll look that up in a minute. Get yourself a Dremel drill press. It's $35, I think, for this. And then download this part from Printables. Print it in Matter 3D carbon fiber PLA. It's strong as all get out. Hey, it's working great. Okay, so we have those two. And we need to put an M5 nut. I'll put the M5 nut in after. Okay, I'm going to just do all the heat insets at the same time. Okay, so I assume we're going to do the heat insets on this. No, I shouldn't assume anything. So let's just skip ahead and see where we're putting more heat insets. Okay, we're going to finish. There we go. Huh. No, okay, hang on. I missed something here. Inset. A drive, B drive. We think we're going to put it in the mirrored image on the B drive. Maybe we are, maybe we're not, because there's no holes for them on the. Let's see. Oh, they're a little different. They are a little different. Huh. Interesting. Okay, well, let's just turn this off for now. Let's put this aside. Okay, we'll put that aside. And then we will go from here. I'm looking at the opposite side, and I don't see the same layout for the heat insets. So I'm assuming there's a little bit of a difference on either side. Because there's the mirrored piece to this one. And you see where the heat insets went in. Here and here, there's no mirroring holes on the other side. So obviously they do something a little different on this. So that's okay. I'm learning to follow instructions and not make any assumptions. So, okay, so we got the heat insets done on those. Now we're going to find these pieces and we're going to be stacking some bearings and shims. Okay. Okay, let's make sure we do this correctly. This is this piece. No, this is this piece right here. A idler. So that's the A idler here. So we need an M5 by 40. Right there. Those inserts are for the wire cover. Oh, okay. Okay, makes sense. M5 by 40. And that goes up through the slotted hole. So that's obviously a movable something. M5 by 40 socket head cap screw. Okay, we need a shim. Where are my shims? Show me my shims. And we need idlers. So I need my motion box of goodies, which is right here, my motion. I'm surprised I can find everything tonight. Okay, first I need to find my shims. I know I saw them. There they are right there. Precision spacers. Okay, and then I need F695 bearing. F695 bearings, which are rate F695 bearings right here. Okay, and some shims. Okay, let's grab a couple bearings out. Okay, so we need to go shim bearing, bearing shim, shim. Here, let me do this. There we go. So we're going shim, bearing upside down, bearing front way up, shim. Okay, and we're going to put the cap, the top piece on it. That is this piece here. And that snaps, kind of snaps together. Okay. The bolt is used to align components and will be removed at a later step. Okay, so we're just doing that to align the components. Makes sense. Okay. Hey, Stephen Poole, how are you? Okay, now we remove the assembly. Remove assembly and remove the bolt. Slide the tension arm into place. What? Remove assembly aid. Oh, remove assembly aid. Okay, so we're going to slide in this one. No, it's this. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I got to go back a step or two. You know what I neglected? I didn't get my M5 nuts in these. Let me find my M5 nuts right here. Much appreciate you guys sticking around and watching me. I don't get as many viewers as some of the other guys building Vorons, but you know what? I like my small little crowd. Okay, M5 nut in there and an M5 nut in here. There we go. Okay, let's skip back ahead to that step. Here we go. Okay, so we did this. Now we need to take... Oops, that nut doesn't stay in there too tight. It doesn't want to stay in. I'll put that in when I need it. So we're going to take this. We're going to remove... Well, this is interesting. So we got to take this. We got to remove the assembly aid without things falling out. This will be fun. Okay, remove the assembly aid. We're going to put this in. Then we're going to take this, same M540, right down through. Come on. Come on, right down through. I'm going to cheat. Oops, okay, I've got to start over. I popped a nut. I popped a washer. Okay. So this is kind of tricky. Okay. Okay, this is kind of tricky. Okay. And we're going to put this back in. This is just a little bit tricky. In and the spacer. Okay. Then we put the top on. Now we have to remove the aid, which is this same M540 bolt we're going to put back on. We have to remove that while maintaining an even alignment of all the parts. We have to put this on it, line it right up, put the M540 back through, just like so. There we go. But now I need to put this nut back in place. There we go. And now we can tighten this on. Okay. Let me grab my appropriate. I think I did that right. It's just I need a little bigger one, so I got to break out the Weras. So it's just a matter of being very, very steady-handed, and I think I need Mr. Yellow here. Very steady-handed, and there we go. And make sure you keep all those parts in aligned. Remove the slide in. Now let's make sure we're going to tighten. Let's not jump our guns. Let's go to the next page. Oh, now they told me to put an M3 washer in. What? Oh, that's on the other side. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, no, I'm okay. I'm okay. I think I'm okay. I don't think I need a washer in here. No, that's the different part. So I think I'm okay to tighten this part up. Okay, snug this part up, and then everything in there still rolls, of course. Okay, so we got that part in there. Okay. So this is, now we're looking at this part from here. M3 washer and an M3 by 40 is going to go straight through. Oh, I see. Okay, M3 by 40. M310, M320, M330. Come on, M340s right here. Okay, let's grab one of them out, and we're going to grab a washer, an M3 washer. Right, that's an M5 washer. Da, 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 da. Okay, M3 washers. M5 washers. But I do not see M3 washers, but that doesn't mean they're not here. Unless they're in the motion bag, which I don't think. Nope. Okay. I don't believe I want to use one of these precision spacers as a washer. No, they're M5s. Okay. Where are my M3 washers, folks? Okay, I'm just going to come back to this view here real quick. I am searching for M3 washers, which I do not see. And I have every bag out. Let's see if it, make sure it didn't stick to the bottom of the magnetic bed like these ones did. Nope. Okay, so we need to find ourselves some M3 washers. You're loving the small bits of confusion as I progress an immediate solution. Thank you so much, Seller Nerd. Yeah, we can't find M3 washers, so I'm going to do two things. I definitely don't see M3 washers here. I see M5 washers, which I don't want to substitute because those are obviously there for a reason. I have M3 nuts, but no M3 washers. So, and I'm not going to use these precision spacers for them because they're M5 precision spacers. So we're going to find some M3 washers, which I believe I have M3 washers, but I just wanted to make sure. Washers equals shims, but the shims are M5. So Zen, you're saying and they don't really fit. So Zen, are you saying to use these 5mm shims in place of M3 washers? So these M5 shims in place of M3 washers? I could. I very well could. Okay, well, let's do it. Let's do it. No, 3mm shims. See, and I don't see 3mm shims here. I have M5 washers. I don't have 3mm shims. All I have is 42 5mm shims. So let's, and they're not in here. Let's see. No, those are bearings, and there's no, I'm just checking in the motion box, in the motion kit for washers or shims. And I just want to make sure, because it's going to be a small package, so I just want to make sure I don't overlook it. And I have not overlooked it in here. I'm going to look in one more place, and that is they give me a package here. I'll just check in here. A package called Backup. And it's basically a bag. It's basically a bag full of spare parts. So let's go ahead and see if there's any. Let's go ahead and see if there's any M3 shims or washers in this backup pack. And there we go, M3 washers in the backup pack. Okay, so obviously they were missed in the initial kit, which is fine, and that hence why we get the backup pack. No complaints at all here, but just knowing where to look for it. Okay, we are off to the races again. 4 M3 washers. Woohoo! Okay. Okay, we're off to the races again. So we have this. We have our M340 socket head cap screw. We'll put our washer on. And we are coming through like here, through this side. And that's when we're screwing it into that heat inset we put in the gold part. And it looks like it goes straight in and it's going to come straight through. Okay, something doesn't look right here. Oh, I see why. Okay, why? Oh, okay. I've got this thing. They've got more of a gap. So when I tighten this, they've got like a gap. They've got this down like this. I'm assuming that this is going to be like a tensioner is what this is. I'm assuming based on how this is designed, you loosen this and then you're going to use this to tension your belt. And then when your belt is tensioned, you're going to tighten this part back up. So here, let me do the close up on this again. So that's how I'm thinking this is going to work. So this is going to go through until it hits and stops. And then yeah, so that makes perfect sense. And then if I loosen this and then I continue to turn this, that's going to pull this piece, hence tensioning whatever belt is wrapped around it. Brilliant. I like it. So right there, obviously we're setting it at the loosest tension to begin. Aha. That's exactly what we're doing. See, perfect. I wouldn't have known that a year or two ago. That's why building these printers, you kind of get to look at this and go, ah, that's a tensioning system. Okay. So that's that one done. And you guys are out there going, well, duh. But hey, I'm happy. I'm discovering stuff. Okay. And then we have check your work. Okay, we'll check our work according to this diagram. So we are going to look at it from this angle right here. Okay, so we have a bolt up here. Top of the head of the bolt here. We have our holes here. We have a hole here. We have this one here. And this looks like this is correct according to that diagram. Okay, that is done. Now we're going to do the next side. Okay. This looks this way. This way. Okay, so this side we're going to get another one of these. Boom, 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 boom. Where did I put them? Where did I put my M540? Right here. Okay, this comes up through. Okay, we're going to do shim. Bearing, bearing, shim. 2 more bearings out of here. Bearing, bearing, shim. Okay, and then we're going to put the top piece on, like so, which kind of snaps together. Okay, and we go on to the next page, and same idea. Okay, and this guy comes through. Have to carefully, very carefully, remove this bolt. Well, holding this as level as possible. Okay, putting this piece on. Oh, don't shift. Don't shift. Ooh, okay. Alignment. There we go. And then running this bolt back down through. There we go. We caught them. And then get that nut back in there. Here we go. And we'll move that to its furthest position like on the other one. There we go. And we'll snug this guy up. Beauty. Make sure those wheels will turn so there's nothing binding, which there's not. Okay. Now we need our M340 and our washer again. M340 and a washer. Okay. Whoops. Only one washer, Tim. Okay, and we go through and we snug this up. Oops, that seems really, really, really tight. Let's see what's going on here. Let's loosen this up while we tighten that, shall we, in case there's some binding. We don't want this to be binding. This needs to move smoothly back and forth. And then it could just be because I didn't drill out or do any clearance testing on these holes. So, but it could be a bit of plastic in that heat inset. As long as it gets through and does what it's supposed to do, that's all that really matters. There we go. And it is pulling that gold piece, which is going to be the tensioning. It's just snug. I might have had a piece of plastic hitting that. There we go. In that heat inset. So who knows? But it's working. It's working. So we will loosen this right off like the other one. There we go. So that when we do run the belts through there, that we just have to tension them. There we go. That is this one. And then let's check this against, this is going to say check your work. So we're going to turn this way and we're going to compare. So we have our head of our bolt up here. We have our hole here. We have our hole down here. We have our bearings going this way, and we have our tensioning bolt right here. Good. Okay. Those two pieces are done. Okay, now we're going to move on to A drive. There we go. So we're going to move on to the A drive. Okay, so the A drive is this piece right here with the heat insets in it. Okay, so we have the heat insets on this piece right here and here, like the diagram. We go this way. M5 by 30s. We need a couple of them. M5 by 30s. And they go in this one. And this one. There we go. Okay. We have the cutout here. Printed parts for the A drive have the cutout. Yes, they do. Okay. Maybe I'm going to, with this camera, that way I don't have to keep using the, here, let's do this. Whoops. And let's focus, shall we? Shall we focus? Come on, Tim. You can do this. There we go. That way I don't have to maybe switch back and forth with the close-up camera. Okay. Oh, we get to stack a whole bunch of stuff here. So we turn this guy over. Okay. Here. And can I brighten it up a bit? No, there we go. Hey, Duff, how are you? Okay, we have this guy. Now we are going to, hang on, this might be better. This may be better because it's bigger too. Yeah, let's do this one for now just because it's a bigger screen. We have these two guys like this, so we're going to do some stacking. Yaha. Okay. So we have shim shim. So we go shim. Come on, get down there, shim. Shim. Shim shiminy, shim shiminy, shim 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 shiroo. I know you'd rather hear music than that, right? That's okay. So shim shim, bearing bearing on this one here. So we go bearing down and then bearing up and then bearing down. And this one we do a bearing up and a bearing down. Then we shim the top of this one. And we add a shim, two shims to this one. One. Whoops. Oh, that shim had some shim shit. Oops, shim poop. We add another shim to this one. And then we do another double bearing stack on this one. Oh, just dropped a shim. Okay, and we shim this one. Oh, that shim, it actually, oh, it fell right in my box, and my box, fortunately, my garbage box was empty. Aha, found it. Okay, so we have shim bearing set, double shim bearing set shim. So we have shim bearing set, double shim bearing set shim. Then we have shim bearing set shim. Say that fast. Okay, then we take the other stack of A, and then we put this on top, like like so. Although, come on. Oh, that hole needs to, oh. Okay, hang on. Okay, I'm just going to check this one hole. Bear with me. Let me grab my appropriate bit here. Just make sure. There we go. I'm just going to ream that hole out a little bit. I may as well ream that one out while I'm at it. There we go. With my little drill, my DeWitt bits. I call them. You can't really see it, but I call them DeWitt bits. Anyways. Okay, that should stack a little easier now. I just needed to ream those holes a little bit. And make me a liar. Oh, they're threaded directly into the plastic. Oh, okay. That's why I can't tighten them. Is it this one? No. It's one more size up. This one. Okay, so we thread them right into the plastic. Oh, okay. There we go. That's why it wouldn't go through. And that's snug. And these both move freely, and that moves freely. Interesting that they thread them right into the plastic. Okay. Okay, so that's that. And then, oh, now we need to apply thread locker, make sure the thread locker on the set screw. So we need an A motor, and a B motor. Where are my motors? Excuse me. My motors. Motors. Here we go. I have more room to put stuff, so I can find stuff easier now too, because I don't have to bury stuff. So, what type of material can manage not being too soft around 75 Celsius? Carbon fiber. So there's an A motor, and there's a B motor. Let's put them aside. So there's our two motors that we're going to be using. Okay. Hold on one second. I'm going to mute myself for 1 second. Just had to sniffle. I didn't want to sniffle on the air. GT2 20-tooth pulley. Let's see. GT2 20-tooth pulley. There should be two of them, or is this the set of two of them? GT2 20-tooth pulley. That's two of these, so I'm going to assume these are going to be these two, although these look exactly the same. No, that's a pulley. This is not. Okay, I get it. Oh, that's defrangled. Deflanged. Defrangled. That's deflanged. I don't want deflanged for this one. Types that can be extruded. You can extrude carbon fiber. Okay. No deflanging. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Motor orientation. And my little set screws, my grub screws. Oh, okay. I saw them. I know they're here. I saw them. Right there. M4 set screws. Are these M4s? Yes. Deflanged is for Z end stop pin. Ah. Deflang. I couldn't pronounce it. Deflangled. It's deflangled. Okay, here we go. Let's make sure that is the right size. And that is. And these are pre-treated with Loctite, so I'm not going to add more. These ones are all pretty good. I added some on some other parts, but I don't think I need to. And I just had the bag in front of me. There it is. Right here. I'd lose it if it bit me in the nose. I'd lose it. Carbon fiber PET G. Yeah, you can write carbon fiber PET G or carbon fiber PLA. The carbon fiber PLA that I ran that part for the heat sink thing, it runs at 245 degrees for a PLA, so it can handle some higher temperatures as far as sitting outside. I was talking earlier in the show that I've had a couple of the pieces sitting on the dash of my car in 32, 33 degrees Celsius temperatures, and they've been doing pretty good. Okay, so let's get a flat on this one. They haven't told me I'm just going to get these. I'm not going to snug these too tight yet because they haven't told me. Oh, there they are right there. There's the gauge. Where did I put that gauge? Right here. There's this gauge. So we're going to use the A and the E. So the A and the E. Oh, can you believe that? Okay. And this is just, you guys saw me do this just now. Okay. I just snug that on in position somewhere and look at that. I mean, how fluky is that I got that exactly where it has to go? Right? Anyways, not bragging. I am not bragging. I am just saying, holy crap, that was fluke. So I can snug these now. But hey, when you're good, you're good. Let's just double check that. Like, that just scares me. I'm going to put the other one on while I'm at it. No, the other one might be a different spacing, so it's not. Now, why this has this coming out? The picture doesn't show the picture doesn't show wires at all anyways. Pay attention to the orientation of the cable exit. The wires from the motors will be pointing towards each other once fully assembled. Okay. Fair enough. It is rig duff, isn't it? I didn't pre-look at that or nothing. That was just me going, that looks about right. Just pure fluke. Okay, so the wire on this one, we are going this way, down this way, and the wire is coming out this side. So looking at the diagram, if I show you this way, you guys, the diagram is kind of that way for you. Or is it that way? It doesn't matter. But the wires are coming out this way on the diagram. And then we need some M330 socket head cap screws. M330 right here. These grubs do have pre-applied Loctite. If you look very carefully, you can see the blue on them. It's hard to see through the reflection of the bag. But they have pre-applied Loctite to all their grub screws. They have. They are snug going in. So we want one here, one here. Come on, get through. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. Let's just see. We aligned. I think we need to just briefly, and you can do this to all your parts as you print them, but this is realistic. Let's just run that bit through here. There we go. And this one, that one's good, and this one. And that one's good. Okay. Doesn't hurt to ream those holes out a little bit. I'll leave those bits out in case I got to do some more reaming. Oh, look at that. And that pulley is lined up. Oh, I see. I kind of see where they're going with this thing. This is really cool. This is fun. This is fun. These builds are fun. And, and anybody watching thinking, man, it's taken them 3 weeks already to build this thing. I'm only doing this live just for your guys' entertainment. It's only live. So this is going to take a while before this thing is actually printing. So well, it helps if I use the right size. Helps if I use the right size. It's not the right size. What the heck? Come on. That is the right size. Am I not lined up with the holes? What's going on? What are you gonna? Oh, I see. Okay. There we go. Jerry, hey, how you doing, Jerry? Thanks for popping in, man. Okay. Tightened. 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 There is some sort of a drywall finished, as pictured in the picture. Now let's see. It says, check your work. Compare your assembled part to the graphic shown here. Pay attention to the pulley orientation and alignment with the bearing stack. So they are showing, maybe the other side is where I'm looking, right there. So basically we have our pulley, our geared tooth pulley up top with the bearing stack up top. And that bearing stack is up top with these bearing stacks on the side. So this looks just like that image that's on the screen there. So that looks pretty good to me. I'm kind of happy with that. I can live with that. There we go. Okay. So far, so good. Okay. Let's go back and let's see what the next page says. We're going on to the next one, which is the B drive. Okay. So we're using M5 by 30s again, which is right, that's an M3 by 30. And my M5 by 30s cannot be too far away because I just used them. M5 by 30. M5 by 30s. Right there. Two of them. And that goes in this one. Okay, we're going to just do a bit of reaming again. Oh, no. Should be good. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, I'm 5 by 30 there, so we got those two in. Then we flip it up. And let's do some more stacking. Okay, so we have shim shim. This is going to be, it's kind of the opposite of the A drive if I'm not mistaken. It'll be good. And where are the rest of these bearings? The rest of the bearings are here. Okay, so bearing stack. One bearing stack there. One bearing stack there. Oh man, this shim has shim poop on it. Look, oh, popped it out. Had little shim poops. They can go on the floor. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I'll step on those later, guaranteed. Okay, so we have a single shim here, and again a double shim here. So 1, 2, and we have another bearing stack here. I think they gave me spare bearings. And bearing stack, single shim. Okay, so we have shim stack, shim shim stack shim, shim stack, shim shim stack shim, shim stack shim, shim stack shim. Okay. How many times have I said shim? Shim shiminy. We're going to do similar to this. We're going to come on here. We're going to stack these puppies here. Oops. Is that right? Oh, helps if I put it the right way around. I was confused just a little bit. And again, it sounds like we thread these into the plastic. Okay. And the second one. A chameleon times. There we go. Okay, so we have these ones, and everything is movable and movable. Nothing is seized. And then we, okay. Oh, this one's a little different. Okay, I haven't practiced this. Let's just try. I'm just looking at the picture. Okay, just looking at the picture. Where's my other gear? Where'd I put it? Where'd I put it? Right here. Whoa, where are you going? 2 set screws. We're going to get this one right on too, like we did the last one, okay? I'm just looking at the picture. My guide is just, well, I don't even know what the guide's right beside me. Look, I'll put the guide right here so you guys don't see me touch it or looking at it. Well, you can't see if I'm looking at it, but there's no cheating going to happen here. Okay, so we will start this threading here, and that's snug because it's got pre-Loctite applied. And this one, oops, helps if I get it on camera. There we go. And that's snug. And this one goes face down. So let's make sure we grab a flat. And we're going to guess that it's about right there. I'm going to guess right. I'm going to guess right there. That's my guess. Okay, that's my guess. Now, we're going to take this and we're going to go to the B with the Z up. Okay, B with the Z up. Let's go and, oh, okay, I was off. I'll admit, I'm off on that one right there by, right, I'm off by that much. So, okay. So the first one was fluke. So we will take this and we'll put the guide in there like so. Right there. And then we will and we'll double check it here. We went a bit high. I'm white high. I can't take it anymore. Okay, there. Probably an easier way to do this, but hey. There we go. So we are right on there now. Right on. And we'll snug this one up. Jerry, stick around if you're stick around. I'll give you a view of the new studio in a minute here. Okay, and then we want pay attention to the orientation of the plug, and we want that plug going on the inside again like this, with this going in like this, like so. Because they have the plug going on the left there, and it's the opposite side of the little geary things here. Okay. We need M3 by 30s again. M3 by 20s, M3 by 30s right here. 3 pieces of them. Okay, and let's just see how easy these will feed through. Oh, that's not bad. That goes. I don't need to ream those. That one went through okay. And that went through okay. And these pieces were all printed, and I mentioned it earlier, all printed on the FlashForge Creator 3. ABS. I printed all my pieces. Well, not all, but most of my pieces in ABS. I've printed some of my skirt pieces in carbon fiber PLA. We'll snug all these down. Still having cliché. You're not stupid, Jerry. Come on. No. Okay, you got to take that back. It's an education. Just means I still have issues with Clipper. So it's just you just got to. It's going to take time. Check your work. So we're going to look at this way according to the diagram. So we have our toothed gear on the extruder motor, and then we have our double bearing on the bottom, and then we have our 2 bearings on the top, our double stack. So that is correct orientation compared to the diagram. I think we're good there. I don't think we're good. I know we're good there. So there's our A and B motors. Dum da da da. Okay, we're making good. So there you go, Jerry. If you have a look, you can see that I've got a lot more space here in the studio than I did before. We got the rat rig over here, which we're not set up to print on it yet. I got to get a spool holder set up for the rat rig yet. And then we have the FlashForge Creator 3 right here. Yeah, so we've given ourselves a lot more space here. Okay, keep going. B drive is done. Now we're working on the gantry. Ooh, this is the scary part. Where are we at? We've still got another hour left, guys. Okay, let's just take a beverage break here. There we go. Oh, wow, it's a lot of work. More room to run around. Yeah, more room to move. I can take this stool and I can back up. My mic's falling. My mic is falling. Ah! I gotta fix this mic. I'm having issues with that mic. Oh, come on, tighten up. You can fall way off. Now eat 3 gummy bears. I don't have anything down here to eat. Actually, I got peanuts, but let's see. Do I have peanuts? I do. Here. Okay. They're not gummy bears, but they are dry roasted peanuts. Okay. Let's eat a handful. Dry roasted peanuts. There we go. There we go. Good. I do have Big Tree Tech rubber duckies. I'm not going to eat them. They'd be too chewy. Okay, so we're going to need, I think I got to go over yonder and get some parts, but let's just see. Let's have a look. Gantry. Yeah, I need those 3. Oh, more heat insets. Yes, cool. Okay. Let's go over and get the parts. I'm not 100% sure which ones. I've got 4 extrusions left. So we've got those. Let's turn on our soldering iron because we're going to do some heat insets. And let's find. Okay, I got these 4 pieces. I'm going to guess. I'm going to take a wild guess and say this is the left and right side, and I'm going to say that this is the X. I'm going to guess that this is the X axis, and this is the back. Put a magnet on the bottom of 2 of them and place them on your A and B stepper motor shafts. Oh, cool. I will. Sorry. Loud. My bad. Whew. Okay. So, why did you pop up window? Stop. Okay. Let's go back to this guy. Let's go back to this guy here. So we need to find these 2 pieces here. Generic cable chains and eyeglass. Which to choose? Pick the style that matches the mounting pattern of your cable chains. I think it's the 2-hole. Where's my cable chains? I believe it is the 2-hole. Here's the cable chains. And they are the 2-hole. There's 2 holes. On this one, 2 holes. Okay. And let's hope that's the ones I printed. I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's see. Not enough room on that. That's okay. Okay. Is this the part they want? Yeah. That's the part they want. Let's just go to the other cameras here. That's the part they want right there. And yeah, I did the 2 holes, which is correct. And I think, okay. So that's the part they want there. So we're going to do, for those of you that are just joining us, only 21 people now. Where's everybody going? Deadbeats. I mean, I'm just kidding. Not as exciting as the other Voron builders, I know. And I'm going to use my handy dandy, newly made heat inset press. Ooh, why is that? Look like it's coming off. Be careful, that's hot. That's hot, hot, hot. That looks crooked. Hang on a minute. Something looks off on this. Oh, you know what's happening? I gotta just, let me turn this off for a minute. This tip here is bent or something. Let me have a look. I wonder if that comes out and it's just popped out a little bit. Let's just have a peek. Something seems very loose here. Seems very bent. There we go. Is this loose? That's better there. That's tight. That looks... That's better. And are you still hot? No, you're not hot. There should be 2 heat insets on this, but we're going to just... Okay, you ready to see me burn myself? Okay. I'm going to put another one on. There was 2 on there because one locks the other one into place as far as getting the depth. So I'm going to put another one on. I got tons of heat insets. LDO sends super amount of extras with their kits. So we'll just screw that one up a little bit more. Okay. And let's get this one on. I did turn the iron off. Okay. It just takes a while to cool off. There we go. And if we tighten this one down against the bottom one, there we go. There, everything's a lot snugger now. There we go. Okay, we can turn it back on. And about 280 degrees, I think, is where I had it. Anyways, we're good. Okay, so we need heat insets on the top 2 of these things. So we got to raise this up a bit. There we go. Oh, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. I mean, you have all the right heat insert tools. You don't need any grub screws. Not as exciting this way. And we go 1. Whoops. We go 1. Oh, come on. There we go. 1 and 2. Okay. I'm going to hold this tight with my hand. Oh, got my depth stop set. Don't need that. We can eyeball these. There we go. There we go. Look how snazzy that is. I mean, that is the cat's meow, this whole setup. Okay, let's move that aside. There will not be a link in the description of the video for the Dremel press because I haven't got the link yet. Okay, so now if we move down, okay, we need the E extrusion. Okay, E extrusion. Let me go back. I'm on page 85. I'm going to swing back up. Make sure I get the proper extrusion. E extrusion. Come on. Where's my parts list? Here we go. Where is it? There we go. E is the shortest one. And then D is the next shortest. And then C are the two long ones. Okay, good. So I can go back to page 85. I need a 1, 2, 3 block to square things up. A 1, 2, 3 block. What is a 1, 2, 3 block? There we are, 85. Okay, my E extrusion. M5 T-nuts. 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. Okay. Let's go to this camera. M5 T-nuts. What's a 1, 2, 3 block? I'm curious. Machinist tool. Oh, okay, hang on. Oh. Is that this? Is this what you're talking about? Is that a 1, 2, 3 block? I didn't know what they were called, but yeah. Anyways. Okay. 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. I can just slide these ones in from the end too. Those come in handy for many different things if that's what those are. Those are machinist blocks. Ah, okay. Cool. Didn't know I had them. Well, I knew what I had, but I didn't know what they were called. I just know that they're precision, supposedly very, very precise. Okay, 2 on the top, and then on the bottom, 2 more. 1 by 2 by 3. Okay. Oh, okay. Hence the 1, 2, 3 block. Cool. Now those I assume are inches. Yeah. You could probably get metric ones, I think. Are all machinists things done in imperial? I don't know. Okay, 2 top, 2 bottom. And we are putting M5 by 10s we're going to need. And we're going to do the other side. M5 by 10s. M5 by 10s. Come on. I think that's the big bag. No, not quite. M5 by 10s. Right there. There we go. One, 2, 3, 4. I'll just pull a few of these out for now. And this is going to be the... Which one are we doing? We're doing this one. And this is going in here. Okay, like so. So we got to space these out proper. Okay, so let's space these out. Almost perfect. There we go. Look at that. Almost like I intended to line them up. $25 by $50 by $75. Oh, okay. One, two, three sounds a little easier to remember the name of them. Okay. There we go. There we go. So we're going to make sure that is pushed all the way forward. I think that's as far forward as it can go. We think. Methinks. Let's just make sure before I snug them up that can't just move. No, I think that's it. I think it only goes so far. Okay. Okay, and bottom two. Not equal though. Close but no cigar. Curious. Curious though. Let's see. Just for fun. We're zeroed. This one is a 25.4 millimeter. Actually, 25.4. Yeah. So this is not a metric one. 25 by 50. So if I were to switch to inches, let's just see how accurate this is. That is 1.00005. Okay, and 2.0005. And this one, 3.0002. So it's pretty accurate, within 1,000th of an inch. Look at that. Very cool. Okay. So we got this part on, which I believe is the B drive. And then we are going to come back down and put the A drive on and use the M5 by 10s too. And then we're going to make sure that we are yeah, okay. So now we're going to put the other one on. So let's go ahead and align these T-nuts. Top. And bottom. There we go. Okay. "19 people. You're dropping like flies." Must be because it's a Sunday. I don't know. Must be me. It's okay. I don't take it personally. There we go. There we go. There's the back of the gantry. Now we need to check our work. So looking at it from this way, so if I put that down this way, and then let me have a look at it. It looks like we have, yes, and lower, yes, looks good. Looks really good with the wires coming out to the middle. Okay. So we have progressed to this step. We have double checked our alignment here. We're good. Now we get to do some linear rail installation. Okay, so we are going to put them on the C extrusions, which are the two that are the equal length. Okay, so let me go. Oh, take a drink. Go get the linear rails. They are right here. Oh. In my first stream, I did clean and lubricate the linear rails. I didn't share the peanuts. No, I didn't. So this big one is not going to be used for this because we're using the MGN9 rails. This is a big mother, this big one. Let's put that aside. And my D extrusions, there's two of them here. Okay. And that is all cooled off here. Good. Okay. Here, let me move this just a little bit. There we go. Okay. Is that focused? There we go. Okay. So we need to put in insert T-nuts as shown in the highlight. And we're going to insert 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 T-nuts. And then use M3x8 socket head cap screws. And we're going to use our rail guides. Fair enough. And these are M3 T-nuts, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, they are. Where are my M3 T-nuts? Hammerheads? No, I think I have M3 Ts. M3 T-nuts. Hasn't called for the hammerheads yet, so we need 16 of these suckers. 3, 5, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. I love my nuts. Okay. Hey, Darth Vader, how are you? Thanks so much, Stephen. Appreciate that. Okay, these all go in, orienting 4 of them pointing one way, 4 of them pointing the other way. Okay, good. I can do that. Slide them in from the end. It makes life easier. Preloading my nuts. 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 5, 1, 2, 3, 5. I think. I don't know Spanish. 1, 2, 3. Come on. You got to know there was bound to be a boring part of the stream. Although some people that left already found the whole stream boring. But hey, this is the boring part of the stream, is getting these linear rails put on. Getting this gantry built. 4. Down to 18 viewers. Yeah. I haven't checked to see how many likes I have, but if my likes don't equal the viewers, I'm going to be really hurt. I'm going to stop streaming. That's all there is to it. Okay. Now we will attempt attempt to spread these out. I think it's going to be every other 1, 2, 3, 4. At least that's my guess. It's my guess. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. How do you want me to spread these? Oh, you don't want the bottom ones. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. 2, 3, 4. In there. 2, 3, 4. You don't want me to put the top ones in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're evenly spaced, but that doesn't. Anyway, oh well. And 4. What are your linear rails next week? Cool. So that, there. Not perfect, not perfect, not perfect. So they're only showing using 8, but they are using the end ones. But they showed skipping every second one. So these must be longer. Because these have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so I need 9. I'm just going to put 9 in each. Call it a day. That way I can do every other one. Let me make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See, it doesn't work on every other one. Why do these linear rails? Those are shorter linear rails in the pictures. Ay, ay, ay. Make my life difficult. It doesn't matter. I don't think it matters if I have too many, like. So I have an extra 1 or 2, big deal. Not a big deal. Okay. Hello, Dan. How are you? Thank you for popping in, my man. Long time. And 1 more. Okay, let's get some M3x8 socket head cap screws. M3x8. There we go. I have tons of them. Let's pour some out. There we go. And let's go to town. Let's go to town. Oh, you know what I need? You know what I need here? Since I got a lot of screwing to do here. All is well. Pretty good. Still got a little bit of work to do on the new studio layout, but otherwise it's going good. Going pretty good. Let's see. This one? Nope, not that one. I believe it's on the other side. This one. No. This one. Ah, there it is. Okay. There we go. Just dropped a screw. That's okay. This will save a bit of time. And I'm not tightening them right down at the moment because I have to put the alignment guide on there. So not being tightened fully right now. Yeah, continuing this Voron build. Weekends only live. Okay, you should move relatively. There we go. And we have a barking dog. Sounds like a barking dog, hidden dragon. Okay, let's get these T-nuts aligned. I know, guys, this is about as exciting as watching paint dry, but hey, some people enjoy watching paint dry, so I'm not going to knock that, okay? So I just, for all you paint drying lovers, I'm not making fun of you. I'm just saying that this is probably about as exciting as watching paint dry, so. Oh, he's really barking at something tonight. And we need one more T-nut. Printed center jigs. Oh, I am. Yeah. That's why I'm not tightening everything yet. Because I got to measure first. I got to measure the distances yet. I mean, printed center jigs? Are you kidding? Who needs printed center jigs? I can guess. I can eyeball these things in my sleep. No, I'm kidding. I will be using the jigs then. Yes. Yeah. Just because I lucked out on one extruder motor, I'm not taking my chances on anything else. Not when you need precision. Voron precision. You like to work on your printers where you lurk on my streams, on these streams. Awesome. Well, I like lurkers. Lurkers are great. Lurkers count for viewers. Hey, I'm back up to 23 viewers now. That's awesome. Dan, you're good luck for me. You brought the viewers. Appreciate that, man. Whoa, let's see. I don't want you snug. I want you loose. You guys got to stay loose until we get our precision measuring tool on here. And as you see in the top right instructions, we have to measure these things, 25 millimeters from the end. There we go. Okie dokie. Well, that wasn't too bad. I'm glad I popped out the old electric driver because it makes life a little easier. Okay, let's get my 25 millimeter measuring tool. Let's set you to 25 millimeters. 25, 2480, 2491, 24. Oh, come on. 2508. 25. Oh, come on. 25 millimeters locked in. Okay. Okay, so we're going to push you 25 millimeters. Right there. Right there. Now we're going to get there's one. I think that's the one. Yep, there's one. Nope. That's not the one. I know you're here somewhere, you little... And I printed you in gold. Sorry if that's loud. Is that the one? That's the one. Now there's another one somewhere. There it is. Put that on, then we put this one on the other end. There we go. Because there's no way on earth I can eyeball those things to the dead center of these rails. So now we can go ahead. I wonder if this would torque these enough. Let's just see how tight this torques them. Okay, now can I tighten that? How much tighter can I go? Oh, if I use the right size, it would help. Oh, it does them okay, but I'm going to torque these by hand, just because I want to go. I want them to be nice and snug. They are getting there. Use the back tail. I did. Tail of the calipers, Stephen. Yep. I had no clue that there was that ability to measure using the back of the calipers. I thought there was only 3 ways to measure with calipers. I learned that 4th way when I bought these new calipers. So that's pretty cool. Makes life so much easier on some measurements like this. Okay, there's that one. Okay, let's move this one forward. We've got our 25 millimeters, and we will go right there, 25 millimeters. So what Stephen was saying, what I'm doing is you use the back of the caliper here. Whoops. Here, if I make a close-up camera. Use the back of the caliper, you put it on the frame, then you basically you push that until you hit the frame like that, and then you're 25 millimeters exactly. It just makes it so much easier. Okay. Oops. We got to put our little doomer thingies on. Unos and that one. There we go. I was going to do these by hand. That's right. Own depth micrometer. Yeah, it does. Yeah. It's great for measuring the depths. All the years I've used calipers, I never knew. Then when I bought these good ones, I decided, it came with instructions. I read the instructions. It said, did you know there are 4 ways to measure on calipers? I said, no, I know 3 ways. Anyways, here we go. There we go. Okay. 2 rails done. Okay. Let's see where we're going next. Hey, Non-Fam. Welcome. Thanks for popping in. Let's see. What's our demographics here? We have 3 Twitchers and 20 YouTubers. Awesome, guys. Awesome. Okay. Let's switch over to here. So we got those on. We measured 25 millimeters. Let's make sure that was 25. Yes, it was 25 millimeters. Now we want to go on the bottom of these and put 2 M5 T-nuts on each end. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. M3. Where's the M5? Me. M5. Where's the M5 T-nuts? M3, 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 M5. M5 T-nuts. 4 of them. Okay, so let's turn these over. Let's be gentle because we're dealing with precise linear rails here. There we go. Okay. And 2 on the end of each. 1, 2. How many people out there just said buckle my shoe? Come on. 3, 4. I heard some shut the doors. Come on. Be honest. Okay. Oh, come on. Get in there, you little. There we go. 5. 6. I think it's pick up sticks. I'm not sure. Anyways. And then 7. 8. Don't gain weight. Oh, I know that's not it, but hey. Okay. Insert the T-nut to show unhighlighted, which we've inserted in the proper orientation, which they wanted. They wanted the holes towards the outside of the ends of the rails. So, page 90. Whew. Okay. We want to M5 T-nut, M3 T-nut. What? On the top, M5, M3 inside, M5 outside. Okay. So we're taking it over and turning this over like so. Okay. Make sure that that's, yeah. And then we're going to put an M3 on the inside of each and an M5 on the outside of each. Okay. So we need 4 M3s. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4 M5s. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Will they fit? So the orientation is the holes all towards the outside. So there's the M3 and the M5. They just stick out the end. I guess that's okay. I mean, that's what they've asked for. So you can see it just sticks out the end, just that little pubic hair. Okay, anyways, so M3 on this end and an M5. And that one's very flush. So, it's almost like, let me double check my 25. Let's see, this one is going to be, I'm just curious. See, this one's slightly more than 25 millimeters. But yet this one is 25 millimeters. That's weird. I'm wondering if I should loosen them and slide that in. Let's see what the other one does. Let's go M3. It might not matter that it sticks out that little bit. It's about a millimeter, if that. Same on this end. It's sticking out the same amount. And that's the end I measured the 25 millimeters from. 5, 6, pick up 7, 8, lay them straight. Oh, I thought 7, 8 was don't be late. Okay, this one, lay them straight. That makes sense. Pick up sticks and lay them straight. Okay, come on. And those ones go in a little bit. So I wonder, well, I'm gonna stick with it because they're 25 millimeters in the way they suggested. And we're gonna go with it. If I have an issue, I know what it is. So, okay. So what I'm saying is that these ones here, you can kind of see that they're inset just by that 0.5 millimeter or so. And on this end, where I measured the 25 millimeters, they are actually sticking out by the same amount that the other ones on the other end are inset. So I don't think that's going to be a big deal. So let's go on to the next page. we are going to insert 5mm holes on top. Make sure to use the idler that has 2 holes for the M5 bolts at the top when oriented as shown. Okay, so we need these idlers. Okay, now this is where I've got to really pay attention. So I've got to turn this upside down. Okay. Turn that upside down. Which camera do I want to? Oh, there we go. I want to make sure it gets in the overhead and the other one. That camera over there is kind of useless. Kind of a useless view. I think what I'll do is quickly go like this. Add video capture, and I'm still and forgive me. I just set up all my cameras today. I think it's video capture device. Okay, yeah, there we go. And so we'll just make this one. Whoops. We'll just bring this one in place of this one. There we go. Yeah. There we go. That way I can actually orient this so it shows a little bit better what I'm doing. There we go. I think that's a little bit better. Oh, God, I got to read that after, Dan. Might have to rotate the last linear rail 3mm screws T-nut. Huh? Might have to rotate the last linear rail 3mm screws T-nut. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Oh, I see. Oh, might have to rotate the last linear rail 3mm screws T-nut. Oh, so you're saying I may have to rotate the T-nut around the other way. Okay, let me make sure I did it correctly. Yeah, they're showing them going inside, but I see what you mean. Maybe on the end that sticks out a little bit. Okay, we'll see what happens. It's either going to work or it's not. Okay, so we're going to turn this one around. Okay, and we want to take the piece that's... Okay, I think it's this end one here. So like this, there we go. And then we're going to make sure the 2 idlers that has 2 holes for M5 bolts is the top. Okay, that's the 2 holes for M5 bolts is the top. Okay, so that's this one. No, hold on a minute here. Okay, hang on a second here. I'm going to get this oriented correctly. This way, right here. Okay, M5 bolts on top. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, I see what's going to happen here. I see exactly what you mean there, Zenbender. Yep. Because that's not going to fit. Okay. So basically, even though the instructions say to put it around that way, if you look at where the M3 is there, and then you put that up, there's no way, I can't push that M3 any more towards the linear rail. So I have to turn that M3 around. So, okay. Yeah, okay. So let's pop this out, and let's pop the M3 out and turn it around. Yeah, and I see what you're saying there too, Stephen. And now if I put this on, you know what? It really helps if I actually turn the M3 around the way that I should have. Okay, we'll put that in that way, and we'll put the M5 in the opposite way. There we go. Now let's see if this is going to work. Now the M5 is not going to fit. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. Other side I don't care about. I can adjust those. These sides. M5 if I have to turn it around. No, that's not going to work either. The M5 will have to come out, but then it's, no, okay. Something is not going to work here. I don't want to grind T-nuts if I don't have to. I want to look ahead in the instructions and see what. Make sure all plastic parts sit flush with the end of the extrusion. If you can't, check the installed correct idler. But what's going to go in there? Now, I'm wondering if that's going to be a big deal. Because you see what's, okay, so what's happening here, and I'll show you, is in order for this to fit, okay, I turn that M3 T-nut around. Now, in order for that M5 T-nut to fit, it's sticking right out. Now, I wonder, I'm going to try one more thing here. Whoa. The end 3mm screw T-nut in the end of the linear rail itself. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Oh, you're saying, okay, so what you're saying is the, I just get it now. So on the bottom right camera, you're saying the T-nut underneath here, turn it around so that there's a gap under there so the other M3 T-nut can slide under there. That's what you're saying. Okay, let me try that. That's what you're saying. Let me loosen this one. I don't have to worry about... Let me see if I can do this without taking the whole linear rail out. I get what you're saying there, Zen Bender. Okay. Okay, let's just see. Okay, now if I can get this T-nut out of there, let's just, where's my thin thing? There it is. Is it possible? Oh, no, that is. I am on the short end of that T-nut, actually. Yeah, because if you look at the, yeah, I'm on the short end of that T-nut, Zen. Yeah, because if you look at the diagram there, I put it in exactly the way that it asked there, and it's showing the short end at the end. So it is correct. Okay, so it is the right way. But what I'm thinking, so let's put this back. So that is correct. I can't move that anymore. I can't create any more room with that. But I wonder if the hammer nuts, M3 hammer nuts, might be better because they're not as long and they turn sideways. Let's throw a hammer nut in here. See, I can throw a hammer nut in there. Turn it sideways. Then throw the M5 in there. Now, that's the ticket. is the hammer nuts. I'll use a hammer nut. Okay, so basically what I did, if you look in the bottom right, throw the M3 hammer nut in there, takes a hell of a lot less room than the T-nut. And then I got the M5 T-nut, and there's lots of room to move that around. Okay, solution. Problem solved. So on the bottom, I just want to make sure. Okay, so the top, so I think that's fine. So let's just leave that in there like that. And this top one, we're going to line up these M5s like that. We're going to be flush with the end of the rail. And we're going to use M516s, plus we need that one printed piece on top. And that is the belt tensioning, the belt locking doomer mechanism. There's that one. And there's that one. Okay. Oh, okay. You have expensive Masumi spring T-nuts. Yeah, I have. These are there's so the M5s and M3s. The M3s came with spring T-nuts and hammerhead nuts, and the M5s came with spring T-nuts. So M516s, right here. Spring steel prongs instead of the balls. Oh, okay, cool. 2 M516s, and we need this part so that the gap points outside, and then the inside. There we go. Let's make sure. Oh, okay, we got to do a bit of reaming here. Hang on. I believe that's the size. Yes, it is. Let's just ream the other one while we're at it. Okay. Okay, so to the outside, M516 in there, and I need the big guy. Here we go. M516 in there. There we go. That's where the belt's going to go in, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so we'll just leave that. That is level and even with that. Okay, so that's that side. Your ears. Why? What did I say? Notch orientation. The indentation along the part is designed to clamp on the belt. Notch points away from the idler assembly, which it is. Make sure the plastic part sits flush with the end of the extrusion. If you can't, check your installed the correct idler, and it does sit flush with the end of the extrusion. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Y-axis, and then flush install. We're doing the same thing on the other side. Okay. So we're going to take the other side. Same idea. Except on the bottom, I'm going to replace that M3 T-nut with an M3 hammer nut, like I did on the other one. And we'll get a hammer nut here. It's the only way that's going to work. There we go. Turn around, hammer nut. Turn around, hammer nut, I want you oriented that way. Okay, that was very bad, and I will promise not to sing again on stream. Oh, I've said that many times. So, I'm going to put this in. That will work. Okay, so let's turn this over. There we go. M3 by M5 by 10s. Oh, M5 by 16s. Where am I going? M5 by 16s right here. Heavy blowing. Am I breathing heavy? Microphone right here. Sorry. Okay. And this one goes that way. That one's not as nice. Did I print spares? That's got a black stain on it. Nope. I guess I didn't print spares, but that's okay. That's all right. Oh, when I was blowing out the parts. Oh, I'm sorry. That's right, because the microphone's right down below my blowhole. Oh, I never thought of that. Apologize. Okay, so far I'm liking the black and gold. Okay, so there we have so far our Y tumor thing, extrusion thing. And so far you say why, and I say why because I like it. Okay, let's go to the next page. But it hasn't asked me to put, it's going to ask me to put it there. No. Am I supposed to be putting those M3 and the M5s on the other side yet? It hasn't asked me to, or has it? Let's just look. I'm thinking of the bottom ones. No. Okay. So, oh, I put that on the wrong. What did I just do? What a dummy. Oh, you got to be kidding. See what I just did? I'm not paying attention. Not paying attention at all. Oh. Is that what you're laughing at, Zenbender? Here it comes. Oh, man. Where did I go wrong? So let's see. I want to make sure I got the right. Okay, come on, Tim. Did you just take the wrong end off? No, I think you're okay. And then that's going to go in there with that up there. Rotation that way and that way. Okay, so. Okay, so I'm a little confused. I want to see at the bottom of that. Okay, so that's right. Okay, so now I need this one. And I got to kind of do the opposite end. Okay, see what I did wrong there? Yeah, that was kind of dumb of me. And that goes in the inside. Okay, here we go. I put them both on the same rail, and I just realized that, duh, the next step wouldn't have worked. Okay. It wouldn't have worked. It was the other end that was wrong. I think I corrected this okay now. What did I put? Yeah, I've got to change the other end here for the hammerhead M3 on both of these. I changed it on that one. Did I change? I changed it on that one. So let's turn this over and we'll put the hammerhead M3 in here. Come on, we have 3. Which one didn't I change? That one I changed. That one I didn't change. Okay, this has got to come off again. Keep an eye on chat and I would have been warned. Oh. I'm doing my best to keep an eye on chat. But you get so focused. Like it's... Anyways. You guys. Okay. Okay, we got to switch that for a hammerhead. I will do my best to keep a better eye on chat. Okay, I hear you. No, they were both... It wasn't that far off the other end. Now I'm really kind of confused. Well, I'm not confused, but you know, now I'm really being cautiously careful. So I'm trying to be. Oi, 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 guys. Okay, these should be on the same end now. So these will be even Steven on this end. Okay, so this should be correct. Now, this guy is going to come and go in here. Okay, I need to make myself a bit of room. Okay. That's right. We have the M5s up top and we have the M3 and the M5 on the bottom. Okay. Let me read the instructions to ensure. That's right. So we have the two screws oriented up. We have this screw oriented on the inside and we have this pointing to the inside. We should be good. Okay. Yes. There. M316s, and that's the flat piece. So I need those other two. There's that one. There's a few of these. There's the other one. And there they are. And that and that. There we go. Okay. So again, that's the two M5s. And they point towards the outside. Towards the outside. Okay. Same as that one. And then we're using M316s again. Sorry, M516s. Right here. Okay. Oh, gotta ream these guys. I won't blow this time. I'll just ream them without blowing them. Okay. I'll save your ears. Okay. And the groove goes down towards the outside. We are even with the edge. There we go. Oh, this is on the camera here. Sorry. There we go. Off the camera. Good night, apprentice. Thanks for popping in, apprentice. Appreciate it. Okay, there's the one side. That looks relatively reasonable. Now we've got to go. Oh, wow. Need a bigger bench. There we go. And we're going to do this side. Don't hit the keyboard, Tim. Here, I got to move my keyboard out of the way. And get rid of that window that popped up in front. There we go. Okay. Okay. I think I'm doing this right. It looks like the picture. It looks like the picture. And even across. Okay. Okay, what's it say here? The indentation along the part is designed to clamp on the belt, which, yes, I've got that oriented correctly. Make sure the plastic part sits flush against the end, which I have made sure that they're both flush against the end. Okay. Okay, so we're going to put this aside, obviously, for now. So we have this. If we go to the main cam, we have this. Is what we have so far, which looks like what it does in the picture. Oh, this is not intimidating at all. So let's push this. Let's put this, hang on, let's make a bit of room over here. I don't want to drop. Last thing I want to do is drop a part. Just put this right over here. There we go. Okay. Get a drink here. Oh, it's 8 o'clock already. Let's maybe look at the next step and do it and call her a night, but let's see. So we need these two blocky looking parts. I didn't realize it was 8 o'clock already. Whoa. Okay, so it is this piece, and it is, there should be another one, I would assume, this piece. Those two guys right there. One of them's got a little extra cutout, looks like probably for a wire path. So this one here has a little bit of a, oops. This one here has a little bit of a cutout right there versus this one. Oops. You can kind of see that cutout there, right there on the right-hand side. And I'm going to assume that is for a wire path. Okay, what are the next steps? Oh, we got to build a hole. Yeah, I think we're going to call it here. Maybe I'll just put some M5 nuts in here just to get that done, and then we will call it because it's already, I didn't realize it was after 8 o'clock already. Cut out for XZ and stop wires. Yeah, that's what I thought. Proud papa of a flying gantry. Good job. Thanks so much. We got there. It was somewhat painful partway through, but we got there. Okay, let's pop some nuts in here. Oh, they fall in deep. The first nut is the deepest. Okay, and 3, and then we'll call it quits after these nuts are in there. And we'll get down there. Get down there. There we go. Yeah, it went pretty good. I'm certainly enjoying this, and I agree. I got to keep an eye on conversation, chat a little bit better, because that would have saved me a few extra steps. But you can't go on certain things that you cannot go on and continue with unless you get it right. So come on, get down there. Get down. Get in the hole. There you go. So yeah. So it's one of those things that, you know, it's better to find the mistake early, especially, well, that one was simple because, of course, I couldn't finish building that gantry with me putting the pieces on the same extrusion, which was kind of silly. But anyways, there we go. We'll leave this mess as it is. We will call it a night. It's 8 o'clock. I thank everybody who has stuck around so far, and we'll continue right where we left off next Sunday. We'll see how they go. I may, if I get anxious or I want to, I don't know, may do a midweek stream to get a bit of catching up, because there's still, I'm only on page 96 of what, 300. So, but tonight was a little exciting because it's the first stream in my new studio. So it's just exciting. So anyways, thank you guys, everybody. And we will see you guys we'll see you guys next Sunday for the same build. We'll continue this. So appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. Thanks for all your help. Thanks for all your heads ups. And I will try and keep a better eye on the chat next week. So, and I'll be getting a little more organized in the studio. We're going to do a little bit more cleaning up, and I'll have a few printers gone, so I'll have a little bit more room to work as well. So catch you guys next week, and thank you for watching. Have a wonderful, safe week, and stay happy, everybody. Bye for now.